Today I'm here with the new head softball coach, Kristen Diamond. Thanks for coming by today, Coach Diamond.
You're welcome.
Now, you are the new head softball coach, like I just said. How is that going for you so far?
I think it's going great. The girls are continuing to work hard. You know, our record don't show our wins and losses. If you look at the stats, we've out-hit over half our opponents. So it's going great.
It's going well,
and
good.
Better things are to come.
Better things are to come, I hear.
Yes.
So what is your record so far?
We are 6-12.
6-12. So you've already had 18 games this season.
We have, yes.
How long have you been practicing? Like, when did you start your first practice?
We started our first practice on January the 14th. Of course, that was in the gym due to all this weather. And pretty much we practice every day. They get one day off a week, and whether it's on the gym or the field, we're practicing.
Wow.
So
one day off a week, so
yeah,
you're hard at it all the time.
Yeah, and that's per NCAA. So
really?
Yeah, per NCAA, each collegiate sport has to have one day off a week. So, and I'm pretty good at giving maybe weekends off when games aren't to go home and see their family and any coursework that they need to catch up on, because I know that's hard for them.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So your early practices started out in the gym. Do you feel like maybe you were at a disadvantage because we're up here in the mountains and we do have kind of unpredictable weather?
I wouldn't say a huge disadvantages, but of course, you know, when we're not on the field, that takes away on-field practice. But the girls and I, you know, we got together, they did what they needed to do, and I think we've excelled, you know, in the gym, which, you know, that's the only choice we have.
Sure. Now, of the practices in a week, how many are usually inside in the gym, and then how many do you get to go outside to the field, or how do you structure your practices?
I structure, well, obviously the rain is a big advantage or disadvantage. So, you know, maybe 2 days a week we're inside, and the rest we have been outside now. Now, the beginning, it was every day in the gym. There for 2 weeks, to be exact, you know, in the gym. But now we're pretty much out on the field playing. So.
Now, you said that your first day here in southwestern Virginia was like January, early January.
Yes, January the 5th.
How are you able to settle in with this new team, a new school, new area?
I settled in great. I mean, the weather was a huge challenge for me. You know, I come from a place where in January it's low 60s, coming to here to snow. You know, of course, I love the snow, but my thoughts are I got to get them out on the field. So the transition was a little hard at first, but now it's okay.
And it wasn't only a geographic transition, but a transition in your role with the team, right?
Yes.
Because you were an assistant coach.
Everything falls on me now.
That's right. And how do you feel about that?
You know, I love challenges, so, you know, I like the challenge of knowing that my decisions are going to, you know, affect the team, hopefully in every decision in a positive way, and that nobody can put the blame on anybody else but me. And I like that role. You know, I like being, you know, I've always been a leader, and now I'm the leader of 14 great young ladies. So it's a challenge, but it's a great challenge for me.
As head coach, do you have to work more with building the team dynamic, or is that something that you found has just kind of come natural with your team?
To an extent, you know, I've had to lead it, but I have 5 captains that are actually seniors that take that role from me. You know, they're leaders on the field as well as off the field. So, you know, I have some part in that, but mostly they all get along really well. I have not had a problem with that.
How does that make you feel as a coach to know that all your girls get along well?
That makes me smile. So that's good. Especially dealing with 14 young ladies, as we all know. You know, their personalities are different. Their mood changes, you know, frequently. So that's an advantage for me.
What's something that you've learned as a head coach thus far in the season?
I have learned as being a head coach, no matter where you are or what you're doing, they're watching you 24/7. That's one of the main things I've learned as being a head coach. And I kind of realized as being a collegiate player that you watch your coach to an extent, but I never realized until having that title of head coach that they literally watch everything you do and say. And that's made me to be a better person.
Have you had to monitor yourself a little bit more?
No, not really monitor, but, you know, all coaching philosophies are usually to mold these athletes to be citizens, and yet in return, they're molding us as individuals. So it's just been a great experience for me.
Okay. So you just mentioned a coaching philosophy. Do you have a coaching philosophy that's maybe specific to you as a head coach?
My coaching philosophy is if you give me the time that I ask for in between those lines, then I'm going to give you the time that you need off the field. That's my philosophy, and give 100% as long as you're in between those two lines on the softball field, or for us in the gym.
I'm sure they appreciate that.
And they do.
So do you think that makes them work a little bit harder if they know that you'll reciprocate and give them the time that they need?
Yes, it does. It makes them work hard.
Okay. So do you have a specific strategy as a head coach?
You're talking about this for this season?
Sure, yeah, for the season
this
or
season,
just the game in general?
Our strategy is all about a new beginning. And from the first time I walked on this campus and talked to them, we started pride. Pride in ourselves, pride in our teammates, pride in what we do in between those lines, and off the field, you know, pride in Emory Henry. Because all in all, they're not only representing the softball team, they're representing, you know, this college. So, you know, that's what we stand for. And I know that, you know, not only softball team, but athletes in general are in a spotlight. And if all the other students seeing them doing the right thing, then I think all in all, we're going to be successful.
That sounds great. Well, Coach Diamond, thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you.